Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Thank you for commenting. This is a very particular divine masculine message. Now, the original channeled message that I wanted to come to was the divine masculine see the divine feminines as their lucky charm, but spirit guided me into this period of preparation, which is actually enabling them to see you in a different light, divine feminines, but more so they're able to see themselves in a different light. So before I pull the tarot, I wanted to go through these important messages and take whatever you feel is relevant, is aligned as your message. Leave the rest. If it doesn't fit, don't make it. We both have divine feminine and masculine energies. Now, actually, I'm going to pull an overall card, and I do want to talk about, oh my gosh, I was literally going to say, I do want to pull a card out, and I do want to go over this energy of the Queen of Wands, and I split the deck, and we've got the Queen of Wands. Okay, this is clear as day that I'm supposed to be talking about the Queen of Wands in relation to the divine masculine. The thing is, I've only been doing these videos since April last year. My YouTube channel went live April last year. So I'm incredibly thankful for every single one of you who is able to watch this video. I've been doing personal readings for a while, but I've been doing channeling for a lot longer. And what I'm noticing is even when things come up, it leaves me in awe. It leaves me in awe that I'm able to channel these messages for the highest and best. And for those of you who are seeing this live, or you may be seeing this in the future, I love the fact that divine spirit is leading me in this right direction. But don't forget that you have this infinite intuition too. So please, please take your tarot deck as you're listening to me. If you have it, take it and kind of meditate on it and ask what you need to receive at this time, because you hold this infinite power. I am light speaking to your light. You are light communicating with me, which is why I ask people to like the videos and comment, because I can channel these messages a lot clearer when you're able to do that. It sounds crazy, but we're talking about vibrational frequency here. And this is where I was saying in a few videos ago that separation is an illusion. We think the physical reality is our real reality, but that's not it. What we're trying to attempt is take down the matrix, the illusion of where we're at, so we can truly come into union with our divine masculine and feminines within and see that materialize, because what we believe, we achieve. So the Queen of Wands is really important here because this represents the divine masculine. This is the divine masculine representing energy, commanding leadership, enthusiasm. This is a version of the divine masculine who they are aspiring to be. Like you know how you see somebody and you're like, oh, I want to get to know them. Like they sound and seem like an awesome person. That's who the divine masculine is stepping into. They want to be that take charge type of person who is passionate, but also authentic. And they see themselves in this high regard. They are just kind of grappled with a little bit of fear and procrastination in the way that they can tap into this energy. So the Queen of Wands is in this reading very prominently because this is representing the divine masculine and also an important divine feminine who is loving, who is consistent, who is not afraid to give it everything that they've got. This is also a way to hold a mirror up to the divine masculine and ask them, what areas of your life do you need to pour into? What areas do you need to go all in? And what areas do you need to dedicate yourself to? So this is, again, It might resonate with you as a divine feminine, but it really is about the divine masculine energies that are quite prominent at this time. So if this is resonating as with you as a divine feminine, like you want to step into your full power and you want to step into this leadership and wisdom service role, well, that's great because you're actually telepathically communicating with your divine masculine. And so this is the overview of the Queen of Wands. Fiery, passionate, energetic, wholehearted, family orientated. It's in the astrological sign of Sagittarius. It embodies fire. It is a yes card, and it has the planet Jupiter at the forefront. Now, I am still feeling a little bit of fear here. The divine masculines are sensing this auspicious higher version of themselves, but it's also grappling with their own fear, which is why it's probably leading to some sense of procrastination. The Queen of Wands is looking at the divine masculine to kind of like, it's piercing the divine masculines. It's piercing their illusion. It's actually, it's so freaking strong, but the divine masculines almost have no choice but to either run and hide or to face it. Now, what I'm seeing for the divine feminines is the Queen of Wands is the person who's in real control. Remember, I said the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands are the physical manifestations of the divine feminine. But if we're looking at the Queen of Wands as the divine masculine energy, this is the divine masculine type of energy that they want to aspire to. Now, isn't it funny that even though the divine masculine's physical entities come through as King of Pentacles and King of Wands, what they do want to tap into is the Queen of Wands energy. Now, bear with me as this message unfolds because it's coming out in real time. I haven't prepared for this. It's just what is being channeled through me, through source. So, as the divine masculine is stepping into their abundant, bigger, higher versions of themselves, they're seeing the Queen of Wands as somebody that they aspire to. That they basically see this Queen of Wands as all auspicious leadership, gaining everything that they want, who takes the lead, who is in control. But isn't it funny how the divine masculine, instead of seeing themselves as a king, they see themselves as aspiring to be the Queen of Wands, because that's who they see as leadership. That's who they see as forthcoming. That's who they see as being in control. So the version of themselves that they're tapping into, the version is within them, the divine feminine embodies and encompasses the Queen of Wands. So even when the solutions aren't clear for the divine masculines, I'm getting that the Queen of Wands is almost leading them from the inside out, just saying, you're going to be okay, just follow this path. You're going to be okay, just follow this sign. And the more and more the divine masculine is almost like holding that in their heart as their kind of light, that's actually enabling them to see you, divine feminines, in the external as a good luck charm. Like, it's almost like whenever they feel these nudges, whenever they feel great, you come up in their thought process, you come up in their heart space. And then when they apply that in the physical world, it amplifies this touch of magic. And they're kind of making the dots connect by saying, well, wait a second, even though I'm not near my divine feminines, and some of you are probably going to feel this more so if they communicate with you. So you're going to feel the sense of communication, some of you telepathically, but for some of you who are in physical communication, you're actually going to sense this energy. And what I mean by that is you're going to have this moment where you're going to feel, is it a struggle, is it resistance type of energy, or is it kind of openness and playfulness and taking the lead type of thing? So whereas the divine masculines are doing things that align with their creativity, with their passion, with their authenticity. They think of you. And then whenever they think of you, divine feminines, it brings a touch of magic and joy to another level. And this is even before you've even come into union. But when you're coming into union, they see a version of you, a light in you that actually is inspiring them to keep going, to keep moving. And this is basically sometimes what ends up happening is they go back to their inner child wounding of, you know, not having that mother figure to really rely on and lean on, or, you know, having moments where they have been rejected and they've had some real issues as a young kid. But basically it's saying that they are looking at themselves as a younger child and learning to embrace this side of the negative programming. And so for a lot of divine masculines identify with the Queen of Wands because this is the person who pours strength into every opportunity, every project, every connection. It basically is saying that by you following this individual within you, divine masculine, despite any fears you may be having, your abundance is going to soar, your luck is going to soar, your light is going to expand. And even though the Queen of Wands does look at like the sign of fertility, it looks at your inner child, it looks at your future abundance, the divine masculines are trying to tap into the level of optimism and high energy. They do become a little bit distracted by karmics in terms of work. You know, maybe they're not spending enough time with family and friends, but it's basically saying that when you're focusing on your passions, when you're focusing on the things that enliven you, how can you keep that spark when you're at home, when you're with your family and friends? And this is very much an awareness of the divine masculines want to come into union. This is a preparation that they're going through as a positive omen, as a yes, that they are connecting with their own divine feminines within. So if we're looking at the Queen of Wands as a divine masculine imagery, the divine masculine has truly come into this sense of, well, wait a second, I'm tapping into the version of myself that I really like, I really enjoy, and that version of me is very similar to my divine feminine. So the Queen of Wands is almost like, you know, you're going through wanting somebody who has similar interests, similar hobbies. You know, you're like even match, even keel. So this is very much a process that, as I split the deck, we've got the 10 of Wands here. So this is very much a process that the divine masculines have been going through some of the inner child healing. They've been assessing what they truly want in life, and they are understanding how much they need to heal from their childhood wounds in order to let their Queen of Wands, their divine feminine within, thrive and actually approach themselves with this level of unconditional love. So let's have a look at the current energies for the divine masculines at this time. So two cards that I did want to pop out is the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Do we have two other cards, please, Spirit? Oh, perfect. Okay. So we have the Five of Wands and the Sun card. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands, Perseverance, and the Empress is at the back of the deck, what they don't know. Processing all these cards, the divine masculine's current energy is, again, it's that Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, as I said earlier, this type of collaboration and harmonization, this balance of union within themselves. Union is within you as a divine feminine, as a divine masculine, holding on to this connection in the internal, in the emotional, spiritual, mental, is really allowing them to humble themselves, that nothing is outside of them, that actually they are stepping into their level of worthiness. As I said before, the Queen of Wands is, you know, powerful. They are a leadership energy. And the Queen of Pentacles, again, emphasizes this coming into fruition in the physical realm for the divine masculine. So this is something the divine masculines knew that they needed to keep chasing. They needed to keep holding on to this particular energy. but they didn't quite know where that stemmed from. So even though they're trying to upskill their own level of intuition, their own level of authenticity, the truth of who they are, they're uncovering different aspects of their life that brings them more joy, more happiness, more fulfillment. And if you are in separation with your divine masculine, this is nothing but a good sign, because if they're happy without you, they are going to be abundantly happy with you, because you are going to enforce that energy. And that's why you're in separation. Because if you have wounding, if you're hurt, when you face each other, that triggers the wounding and the hurt. But when you're in good vibrational energy alone, you trigger each other to enhance that good vibrational energy. So I'm so glad the Sun card is here to say, wish your divine masculine support, give them prayers to support them on their journey of turbulence, especially if they've been going through this tower moment, because by them persevering on their path of happiness, they're not relying on you to make them happy. And same, you are not relying on them to make you happy. And that is why you need to surrender what happiness means to you, what influence and accountability you have within this lifetime. Because if you're relying on each other to give you something that is within you, it's not building on solid foundations, it's building on rocky foundations, and that will be built on sand. It will crumble at the first sign of water. So what I'm seeing here is the divine masculines are upskilling their intuition, they're upskilling their authenticity within themselves. And in the meanwhile, if they are experiencing joys and happinesses and experiences, rest assured, divine feminines, they are thinking of you at the same time. When you're going through something amazing and you're like, oh, you know what, I would really like to share this one day with my divine masculine, it just means that I'm so happy, I want you to be this level of happy. And the divine masculines are mirroring that. So the more and more you heighten that vibration and energy, divine feminines, the more your divine masculines will match that. And the Nine of Wands is here to say that they are persevering. They, even if it may not seem like it, are persevering in this journey, because they're dedicated. They're dedicated to go through their childhood wounding. They're dedicated to go through their passions. They're dedicated to be authentic. And the back of the deck has the Emperor. So this is about fertility. It's about nurturing. It's about starting afresh. It's about birthing this new creation for them. And in order for them to do that, they need to tap into your energy, divine feminine. So you probably are feeling a lot of telepathy at the moment, but I'm also getting a lot of fear for you both. So you're both going through your own little journey, and more and more things are being uncovered about the true you, the true version of you, about what you want, how you want it, and what that looks like. So what is preventing the divine masculines from stepping forward at this time? We've got the King of Pentacles, we've got the Three of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Chariot card. Then we have the Six of Wands, the Four of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Four of Cups. So what's holding them back in the material sense is having the stability to welcome you in. Now, it's important for the divine masculines to figure out what this sense of stability and abundance is on their own. They have been taught from a young age to be the provider, to be the leader, to be the emperor. Maybe not in those direct words, but to them, it fulfills them to be the sole nurturer within the relationship. So what they're doing right now is they're cultivating that sense of unconditional love, nurturing, looking after, being a protector for their family and friends. Now, if you're friends at this time, if your status is we're friends, this is a beautiful energy to be in. A lot of times I remember even clients saying to me, and I know some of you on this channel who have subscribed also say that, we're friends, but I want more. I get it. I've been there. I was that person. We're friends, but I don't want to be friends. I want to be more. But as soon as I accepted us being friends, our friendship grew. And you know what? It's so funny because I remember the second time me and my divine masculine hung out. This is like a big reveal. I never say this to anybody, but I'm sharing this with you because Spirit's encouraging me to do so. I left his place and we were watching my favorite Disney movie. He suggested the movie and I was like, yes, I want to watch that. And I'd never seen that version of it. And so basically, I was in awe. I was like completely transformed. I wasn't even paying attention to him. And I wasn't in the right place to be in union with my divine masculine. I know that now, but I also had an inkling then anyway. I remember driving home from when we hung out and I was watching that movie. Is I said, we're going to be best friends. I just knew it. I knew we were going to be best friends. But I couldn't accept the fact that later on, months later, he wanted for us to be friends. And so I'm like, no, I want more. Like, what? And then years later, we reconnected. And again, friendship. What I'm seeing here is your divine masculine treats their friends very, very well. There's not that many within their friendship circle. Like, think about yourself. Like, how many people do you truly trust? Like, do you truly rely on? How many could you actually phone up in the middle of the night and they will be there for you? For me, that's not that many. I have a lot of amazing people, but the list dwindles down based on their dedication and love for you. When you are in the friendship circle of your divine masculine, they are going to want to nurture, they are going to want to protect, they are going to want to lead. So the fact that you and your divine masculines are in friend zone right now, friendship, this is a really positive time to embrace this friendship, to embrace this new connection, the version of your connection that is going to grow into something way more beautiful and fruitful than you can ever imagine. The hanged man and the chariot are here together because that is now emphasizing that the more that the divine masculines go inwards, the faster the momentum is growing towards their ascension. And as they're doing that, they are coming back to their inner truth. They're going inwards, they're acknowledging source energy, they're trusting their intuition, they're seeing visions within them, and they're trusting those things and they're being guided along that pathway. As they're doing that, the momentum is growing slowly. With that in mind, they are coming to the truth of the matter. And the truth is, they have always wanted somebody that is in alignment with what their interests are, what their hobbies are, what they enjoy doing. And this compatibility in combination with sexual connection and attraction is very, very rare for them. And they recognize that they only have that with one particular individual, and you are their friend. You are in that group. The Four of Wands is here like the 11, emphasizing twin flame union. So the Four of Cups is them acknowledging their lack of appreciation of this friendship, the lack of appreciation of when you first connected. So they're going through this process. As they're going through it, they are acknowledging that this is my victory, this is my success, this is my good luck charm, this is the light that I've been wanting to connect with, but I rejected in the past because I couldn't appreciate it. I'm glad that we didn't meet up and hook up when we did, because I wouldn't have been able to appreciate it as much as I do now. What is the next move for the divine masculines coming forward from this level of awakening? What is the divine masculines next move in the next few days and weeks towards the divine feminines? So you've got the number 11 card, which is justice. Contracts are going to be fulfilled. Now, you and your divine masculines are in a contract with one another. Okay, cards just flew everywhere. So let me just gather all of this. You are in a contract with one another. So in the past, when you found that there were difficulties in this connection where you had to part for the greater good, that you needed to be in solitude, that you needed to deal with your own self-doubt and insecurities, Karma is now, the universe, God, spirit is now saying, okay, time is up. Time is up. Your contract is due. Your divine contract with your twin flame is coming to fruition. It's not even coming up for renewal. It's like saying, you're due. Rent's due. Come on, right? But in the best way, it's saying that you agreed to this. You agreed to this timeline. It's time to step up. Yet the divine masculines have the Justice and the Five of Pentacles. I am going to get some clarity on this. Why is the Justice card here, please, Spirit? Thank you, angels. And why is the Five of Pentacles card here? Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. And oh, okay. This is going to be incredible. When I get through the full message, I'm going to really... Oh, I hope you like this video if you haven't already. Like this video. This is so amazing. I asked for clarity for the Justice card. The Four of Cups came up. You know, when I said earlier about the Four of Cups coming up because they weren't able to completely honor the connection because they didn't understand the value of it. They couldn't value you because they didn't deem themselves worthy enough to be valued themselves. So their karmic contract has come up to say, okay, it's about time that you need to reassess what you've been going through. Reassess your relationship with yourself, with your divine feminine. And in this reevaluation, come to the acceptance that you had neglected the value of your divine feminines. Your divine feminines are so incredible, they haven't gone anywhere. Not really. In the physical sense, you may not see them, but in the spiritual sense, they live within you, which is why divine masculines, you think of them when you're having happy moments. The Five of Pentacles is here because the divine masculines have really had to come to this place of understanding that they caused this. They need to hold themselves accountable for the loss that they feel regarding what could have been. Now, some of you divine feminines, if you're cross-watching, you might have had exes come up just to go, oh, you know, we could have been something. And you're like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. But you kind of like take it on as, oh, that's true. Ha ha, funny story. So glad you're doing well with family and kids and blah, blah, blah. This is the divine masculines being aware that, oh, what could have been? What could have been? But instead of feeling regret and remorse about it and dwelling in that energy, they're actually going, wait a second, this could still potentially happen. Like this potentially could actually happen. The clarification for the Five of Pentacles is abundantly clear. We have the Devil card, we have the Two of Cups. Now, I find this remarkable, which is why I said click the like button, because this is such a special message. As the divine masculines have been going through their insecurities, their karmic lessons, their debts, their karmic debts of previous lifetimes and this lifetime, they have come to the conclusion that they weren't worthy of love, that love wasn't in their highest timeline. But that was the ego telling them, I would rather keep you stuck and disappointed and in pain and grief and heartache. I want to keep you in these lower vibrations. However, in the Four of Cups, the imagery shows us one ball that is lighting up, right? It's the one ball that they're kind of leaning towards, going, what could have been? Like, what would we be if we actually did get together? What is this, right? And then the Two of Cups, it's saying like, there's two of you who are manifesting this. It's not just the both of you, it's the two of you with these bowls. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun card. At the back of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is your ultimate wish fulfillment. When you're honest with yourself, divine masculines, it was always your divine feminines who led you back to your heart space, led you back to that peace, led you back to that certainty, led you back to that inner knowing, led you back to that security, safety, unconditional love. They were consistent in accepting you. And for some divine feminines, if you thought you were soft with your divine masculines, or you didn't want to really be walked over, but you're really soft with your divine masculines, more so than you are with any other guy you've ever been with, or even friends. You kept being soft, you kept being consistent with them. And that's exactly the energy that they needed from you. So the Sun card and the Ten of Pentacles is saying this is their ultimate wish fulfillment, because when they're honest with themselves, they don't need to think what if, because this is in the highest timeline. And the last two cards came out. I am not even joking. We have the Queen of Wands and the Sun card. Like, come on, Spirit is freaking amazing. This is the future energy, remember. We're talking about the Justice and the Five of Pentacles. This was the future energy. What's coming up in the next few days and weeks? They are coming up to be reminded of their contract, of the karmic lessons, of the highest timeline, of the divine feminine Queen of Wands within them, that the divine feminine Queen of Wands lives in you, stems from you, divine feminine. This is the happiness that they're guided towards. This is the wish fulfillment that they have asked for. This is the most abundant, happiest card in the deck, and we've got it twice. We also have the Queen of Wands twice because it came up, the first thing that it came up was in this reading. And look at this, behind the Sun, we've got the King of Pentacles, the Lovers card, and the Queen of Pentacles. Like, this is court card galore, saying, reminding the divine masculines, you don't need to keep wishing on what you want. You get to wish, you get to desire, you get to receive. So the Sun, the Queen of Wands, is them seeing the light, heading towards the light. And then when they understand that the light was in them, it was only a mirror that they were seeing when they saw you. They see the union within themselves and within you too. So we've got the King of Pentacles, we've got the Lovers card, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, emphasizing the divine masculines were always meant to feel worthy enough of this connection. Otherwise, it would be too premature to come in. I'm going to leave the messages right there. I absolutely loved this reading. I think this is my new favorite reading. I am so grateful that I got to channel this. If you enjoyed it, click the like button if you haven't already. Hit subscribe, and I would love for you to join this community in this channel. I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.